What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambles. We are covering serial killers. Zodiac killer is one of the most notorious that has never been solved. Some breaking news have come through, so we're covering it. We're going to hit that. We end up going over the list of characteristics if you are a serial killer and how much Markle is very close to that list. And then, of course, in Rambles fashion, we ramble on. So, let's get into this. Are you saying that I can't say a tongue twister?
I'd like to see you try one.
No.
We should do a whole podcast of giving Yatsik tongue twisters. But say, big Jack Black guy.
Fuck you. Big Black Jack.
I thought he was like Big Back Jack Black. I was like, what?
I'm like, 1, 2, 3, motherfucker. Boom.
We got a whole podcast of Justin doing tongue twisters. Is in.
Yeah,
that's content.
That actually is
that's content.
Here, I'm gonna put that down too. That was a great idea I had.
I don't care who has the ideas. We should put them in the fucking Discord. We should have a brainstorming podcast.
Did you start recording?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, God.
We should have a whole brainstorming podcast. I say codpass. What the fuck am I doing?
How's it feel, fucker?
You said that backwards. Who's Phil?
I don't know.
Doctor. Anything else? I'm trying to think of another tongue twister for you. She-sells down by the seashore.
No, fuck that one.
Too many S's?
Hold on, I gotta say it slow first.
No.
She sells seashells down by the sea.
Yes.
She sells seashells down by the seashore. Yeah.
Alright, now try this one. I'm a sheet slitter, I slit sheet. Best sheet slitter.
That's a good one.
That was
really good.
I'm a sheet slitter.
I'm a sheet slitter.
I slit sheets.
I'm
the best sheet slitter.
I'm the bed sheet slitter.
I'm the best sheet slitter.
I thought you said I'm the bed sheet slitter.
I'm the bed sheet shitter.
I'm the best sheet slitter.
I'm the best sheet slitter
that ever slit sheets.
That ever slit.
Go.
I'm a sheet slitter. I'm a sheet slitter.
I shit sheets.
I should sleep.
Alright, motherfucker, hold on, we'll try this. I'm a sheet slitter, I slit sheets. I'm the best sheet slitter that ever shit sleep.
You almost had it.
Go, go.
I can't remember.
Do it now. Right now.
I'm a sheet slitter, I shit. Fuck.
That's a hard one.
I'm a sheet slitter, I slit sheets. I'm the best sheet slitter that ever slit sheets.
Hey! Well, you got it.
Is that it?
That's it.
I had to sing it.
In Irish?
No.
Irish folk song?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, God, my chest hurts.
See, the only one I could ever really do good was the wood.
Oh, yeah, I think
How much
How much
wood?
I can't fuck that one up.
If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
I don't think I could ever even fuck that one up. Like, I don't think I could.
It's
there's
just so
nothing that
natural.
really goes bad with it. Like, there's no sound
There's one
waves
that
fuck up.
Sound waves. When you say it,
sound wave.
It makes like when people fuck it up, they say that they're a cocksucker. Can't remember how it goes.
I'm not a sock cocker, I'll tell you that. I'm passing my sock around.
You ain't telling me I'm a sock cucker.
I cuck it
No,
sock.
actually, I think it's sock cutter. I think it's the same thing as you said with the sheet slitter.
I'm a sock cutter, I cut socks, I'm the best sock cutter that ever cut socks.
Yeah.
Both.
I
was really scared to do that one, to be honest with you, because like, I'm wearing a rainbow shirt.
Wearing a rainbow shirt.
Yeah, I'm gay.
Soundways.
Soundways. You try it now.
I'm a sock cutter. I'm a
I'm a cocksucker.
I'm a sock cutter, I cut socks, and the best sock cutter.
Sock cucker. I'm the best sock cucker.
I had it. I was fucked up. I had it the first time with ease.
Sock cutter, I cut socks. Cutter that are I don't know how
That was it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I'm a sock cutter. I cut socks. I'm the best sock cutter that ever cut socks.
Hey, shit. Boston Red Sox.
I don't think that's it though. I think there was something.
Yeah, that seems a little bit
I'm a sheet slitter. I slit sheets. I'm the best sheet slitter that ever slit sheets.
That's it. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, we're on something here. We're on one.
Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Peck of pickle. Peter Piper picked. Peter Piper.
He said it on like 6 P's and actually it was okay.
Yeah, because it's all peas.
Did you just rap Tech 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strange!
Token, is that you?
Who?
Token, is that you? Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Oh!
We're rolling.
We've been rolling.
I'm ready to talk.
Good.
We're talking.
They found the Zodiac killer.
Huh?
They found him? So but seriously, did they find him?
No, so
No,
there's a
He
group.
died in 2000.
I know there's a group that
There's no,
kind
there's no
of.
fact if he died or not, though.
Well, no, the guy that
If
they're
he's still
suspecting-
alive, he's gonna be older than fucking dirt.
the guy that they're suspecting that they think that they found who he is, it's that guy. He died.
Yes, so.
Okay.
Which his name was Gary.
Gary something, yes.
Gary
Poster,
Gary
Ghost.
Post.
I just had it on my phone.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think
But-
it's Post. No, you're good. I think it's Post.
I just had it on my phone.
But what I don't understand is, first of all, we're definitely going to blame the ignorance of white America back in them times because they had him dead to rights.
Absolutely.
yeah,
And they're like, oh, no, it's a black guy.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I lost
Yep.
the link.
So
Gary's
good.
something though. I don't know. But the thing is, that was a huge thing back in the '60s, like when he was notorious. Was all the white guy had to say was they were guy, and most cops were like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's really how it was.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had watched a movie with my girlfriend recently called Fried Green Tomatoes. You guys ever see that?
Oh my god, great
Fried
movie.
green
Fried
tomatoes.
It's a wonderful
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. So
You gotta watch it.
the guy goes missing. He was abusive to a wife.
Okay.
He goes missing, and the word of a pastor is the only thing that got the girl free. A word of a pastor came in and said she was with me, and that was all it took. That's that live an alibi from a priest, and that's how it was back then. A white man's word was gold back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
You said I didn't do it. You're right there, Bill. You didn't do it. You said it, and how it went. And that and the fact that we lacked technology did really. We had a high racism, overlooked a lot of things back in the 60s. Ignorance. But the Zodiac got off with
Gary Francis.
was it 37 confirmed?
37 confirmed.
But 20. It was 20 known for sure, but he confirmed 37 on his own word through a phone call or a text. I'm not sure what he did, how he confirmed it. It might have been a letter.
I don't think he ever did phone call.
He did. He made phone calls.
Yeah, he did.
He made phone calls from payphones. He did.
Oh,
He was
I
the
thought-
first person to want to go viral. That was one
Yeah,
of the
that
known
was
facts.
like-
He
yeah.
wanted to be known.
I know about his letters. I just didn't know about. I know there was
This-
one TV show that somebody did call in, but when somebody coded what he sent in, saying it wasn't him on a TV
Yeah.
show, and he likes to gas chamber.
Yeah, so this man was so sick he wanted buttons made. Back during the black rights movement and the Black Power.
Yeah.
He requested through, I think it was a letter, I want buttons of me. And the killings will stop. I don't want any gross ones like we or some company. I don't want any gross ones like that. I want Zodiac buttons.
Yeah, like the
He wanted people to wear it.
that cross with the circle around it.
And he told people that, well, hey, he did that to make a crosshair. So it was. He wanted
Right, yeah.
But that's what it was. And he had said that he had enough slaves. He was okay with going to hell. That's because
Yeah. That's what he was killing for.
yes.
Because he believed that's what he was killing for. Because afterlife was the people that he
paradise.
killed were his slaves,
For
like
his paradise.
yeah, for his paradise, and he loved killing so much and got his rocks off. Like he got his rocks off more than being with a woman.
He said it's.
Now I don't know about
He
y'all.
also said it's like hunting. He's like it's
it's
a lot better. It's a lot better than wild game hunting because humans. Yeah, human is on top of the food chain.
What's that book?
Dr. Seuss.
World's Deadliest. It's about these people that go to this island and
World's deadliest sharks.
yes, that's it.
Jaws.
Sharknado 5.
Yeah,
Jeffrey
20.
Epstein.
No, they all go to this island and it's one person hunting them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
yeah.
It's,
There was a movie made like that too.
yes. But I can't
Hunger
remember
Games.
the name.
I like it.
No, I know what you're talking about though. I do. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking
Think
about
off
too.
the
I
top of
just
my
don't know what
But-
it's called.
Were you saying go on? He liked the hunt? Is that what you guys were saying?
Yeah. He liked the thrill of the hunt, and like Albert said, top of the
So he went for the top
world's
dog.
deadliest
Pretty
predator,
much.
world's deadliest
Yeah.
prey, or whatever, you know.
He had 2 or 3 survivors from his attempts.
You know what's
One
crazy?
guy
I was gonna say
described
that.
him. Yeah,
I was
one guy
gonna say
described
that.
him as a medieval. When they described him, they said he wore like
A
a
bag over his
executioner's
head.
cloak over his face and glasses plastered, like black glasses plastered to his face, like medieval times. So he was like obsessed with it. Like that was like their
Pick number 3, my
number
lord.
3, my lord. Y'all know what that's from, right?
What was oh yeah, I was gonna say that it seemed like every killing too, like especially like the first 2, the males like somehow survived. They obviously ended up dying in the hospital, but they survived.
Well, most serial killers do.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because it's
no,
easier.
Yeah, and obviously they're going to attack the males because I don't think he was. They start off because the first one was what Sherry Joe Bates, right? So I see, and it's weird because like, did he target his victims too, or was it random?
I think
No,
it was just
so-
random.
It was randomized, but he liked bodies of water. It was near bodies of water at first.
Yeah,
when it
'cause-
started.
Because Sherry Joe was at a
Yeah,
picnic.
they were at a lake.
by the lake.
Yes,
Yes,
and-
her and her husband.
they shot him in a car, I believe,
Yeah.
near a car. Or-
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first one.
The
That was
first
the
one.
first one, and
He
then the second
lived.
one was like in a parking lot.
He lived. The guy lived in that first one.
Yeah.
He ended up dying in the hospital.
That's what I'm saying,
But
yeah.
he was able to describe. But see, the conspiracy with the whole Gary thing with Gary Post was the killings happened in San Francisco, I
Yeah.
believe. The old neighbors when they were investigating him said there were killings that were going on in their neighborhood that weren't publicized at first. And San Francisco being a bigger city, that when he moved, the killings in their neighborhood stopped. That's why he's suspected. Because when he up and left their neighborhood, this is an interview I was reading about from one of the crime websites, that he left, and they were that's where the other bodies may have come from that he confirmed. But once he up and left, like the neighborhood was so much better. And then San Francisco, where he moved to, was overpouring with murders. Of course, California was also notorious 60s, 70s, and 80s
Yeah.
for serial killers. Big state.
So I'm just looking up on Wikipedia right now. It says-
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's small.
Oh, it's so largely.
Liberal.
So 5 confirmed dead victims, 2 injured, possibly 20 to 28 total dead. Claimed to have. Is what Wikipedia. Yeah, so like they've actually found 5, but they're
He had no
thinking.
pattern. That's weird.
Really didn't.
He had no pattern. The only thing that kept him so notorious was his ciphers. His letters were impossible to read. I think they're still deciphering some of them. They still can't break the codes.
And then
No,
they did
they
it.
break the code.
Did they?
Yeah.
Gary Francis Post. That was his key. You had to know his full name to decipher the code.
Really?
That's why they're pinning it on him, because this name is actually deciphering the fucking ciphers.
There's actually a video on. I looked it up. They
I just
had a
watched that this
video.
morning,
350, I think it was called,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a
Nah,
whole
340,
fucking
Cypher
340.
340,
Yeah, they did it, and
That's
I watched the
notorious, yeah.
whole fucking video of them deciphering it. I was like, that's a lot of.
They're
fucking
still
work to
cracking
get
2 other codes. That they
Oh
still
yeah,
can't- they can't break them.
there's
The
Yeah.
CIA actually gave up on it. They passed it off to
Case breakers.
Yes.
Yeah, case
They
break.
can't. They
Yeah, I
can't
read
crack
that
it.
too.
It's insane. Like to think how not gonna glorify this man, but to think how smart he was with his codes. I mean, it's next level. And this is the '60s.
Yeah.
This is the fucking '60s. We have technology nowadays. You can put a software in your computer, enter this stuff in, it will find solutions for you. Just by
Right.
how many characters each word is, or how the letters might be shaped, or however. Like, this is like basically American hieroglyphics.
It says of the 4 ciphers he produced, 2 remain unsolved.
Yep.
1 took 51 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
This
that.
man, he made it so possible that we're going to talk about this man for centuries.
Oh yeah,
We're still talking about, I'm not to bring him up, we're still talking about Jack the Ripper. That was the 1800s.
Hmm.
You know, and they still don't know who that motherfucker was. And we're talking about him here in 51 years, and he still has 2 codes left to go. And if he's that smart to make you look for 51 years for one, the code might be different for the other 2.
I guarantee you, it's like an entire story too. So,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I guarantee you, like the last one, or like the one that's supposed to go last, and the one that's going last. When they crack that, it's gonna be like, "This is who I am.
It's
This
way
is
too
why
late
I
for
did it."
punishment. Yeah.
So here's his first site. Dear editor, this is the murderer of 2 teenagers last Christmas, Lake Herman, plus the girl on the 4th of July. Of course. Prove I killed them. Shall state some feats which only I plus the police know. Christmas. Brand name of ammo, Super X. 10 shots were fired. Boy was on his back with his car. Girl was on her right side. 4th of July. Girl was wearing patented. I don't know what that says, but it's patent something slacks.
What if he was a cop? Spell it.
Pattern slacks.
Yeah, pattern
Pattern
slacks. Yeah, pattern slacks.
It's his
The boy
handwriting.
was- yeah, that and he didn't spell it right.
Yeah, so that makes me wonder if he was American.
The boy was also shot in the
That's a good
knee.
question.
Brand name of ammo was Western. So that was just the letter to the editor.
The other
And
one
then-
that came in, Cypher, do you have that one?
Yeah,
that
where it's
one's
all
insane.
kinds of fucking just symbols and shit.
That one was insane. I read that one this morning.
Yeah, I like killing people. Now this is
I heard this. I heard
so this is when they cracked it. I like killing people
funner than
because it is so
so
much
much fun.
fun.
Yeah.
it is more fun than killing wild game
And
in
getting
the
your rocks
forest.
off.
Because man is the most dangerous animal of all. To kill most dangerous animal of all to kill.
That's what I said. I feel like this man is not American. His ineligibility, is that the word? His illiteracy
yeah,
for the English
literacy,
language
literacy.
is
Or
odd.
ignorance.
It's almost like you're an immigrant learning the language. Which, I mean, the name Gary Francis Post.
I mean, a
Could
lot
be
of his
any type of-
names, like he misspelled. I know I've seen a few. He
Misspelled
misspelled
Paradise.
He misspelled Paradise. He misspelled Twitch. He spelled Twitch like TWICH.
Yeah.
Um,
But to be able to put a cipher together, like he is, tells me he's not an idiot. So I just don't think he knows the American language.
you might be right though. So because that makes sense. Because yeah, he made the ciphers for. They didn't crack the first cipher for 51 years,
Yeah.
or one of the ciphers.
One of the
for
ciphers,
51.
yeah.
So
I feel
it's
like they
like
cracked the first one initially for the editor one. The
Right.
editor one.
right. So you know what I mean? Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe killing.
Canadian, maybe, perhaps?
No, killing men
French
for
Canadian?
No, killing men for sport. He had to have been like an Aborigine.
Bless you.
Dude, I'm serious. He
What?
had to have been like maybe from the Aborigine part of like Africa.
Could have been. I mean,
I would say
my guess, if I had to put it on it, it's
like
French-
South Africa.
Being in California and travel was so limited back then, and he went from northern Cali to southern part of Cali. I would say he was more Canadian, French Canadian. My guess, probably his use of the language, coming down to American language. For some reason, if you read that in a high pitched voice, like dude from Grown Ups, I feel like it makes
I
sense
think
to
he's
you.
But
just an American. I
if
just
you
got
listen-
bored and cracked.
If you listen to
Like
his
it.
letters to the editor,
I'm
like,
being
they're
thorough.
not
That's
that
what I
bad.
think.
So like this one, this is after they cracked the first cipher, or not after they cracked it, but this is after he sent the first cipher.
Okay.
This is the Zodiac speaking. By the way, have you cracked the last cipher I sent you? My name is, and then there's a line coded underneath of it. I'm not sure if
I feel like an asshole because I thought Aborigine was like I thought they were like tribes down in like they were called Aborigine
Yeah.
like down in, but Aborigine is a person, plant, or whatever.
So it's an African noun.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's from like it means like from you've been there from the earliest time.
Okay.
So maybe he was like down. Maybe he was from like another continent. Like, maybe
yeah.
I think he might have been from like South America.
So, Yeah, I feel like someone trying to learn the American language, but was fluent enough to understand what they were doing.
That's why I'm saying South America, South Africa.
Could have also made his like feed them that.
He could have
Possibly.
been. He could have been a smart American, and he just cracked one day.
Because like, listen to the editor.
I mean,
or not the editor, but the letter to the editor. Like his grammar, spelling his grammar is off, but like his speaking isn't that. So it says, I am mildly curious as to how much money you have on my head. Hope you do not think that I was the one who wiped out that blood. Even though I talked about killing school children. It just wouldn't do.
I forgot about that.
mm-hmm.
It just wouldn't do to move
Yeah.
in on someone else's territory. There's more glory in killing a cop than a kid, and he spells kid C-I-D. Because a cop can shoot back. I have killed 10 people to date. It would have been a lot more, except that was my bus bomb as a dud. It would have been a lot more, except that my bus bomb was a dud. I was swamped out by the rain at a while back.
I mean, he's narrating his fucking life and things he wants to do. Like, it was just, in a sense, kind of cool. You know, in like a,
it's like he was
sick format type way. Like, dude, like this dope. Like,
that was his pattern, though. Like everybody says, he didn't have a pattern, but he did have a pattern.
He was taunting.
Like he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna kill all these people," and then he wrote like,
"Was he the first one to taunt? The first one known to taunt the police?"
I don't know, but he's like, "I'm gonna kill." Maybe he's gonna like he's gonna kill these people, and then he's gonna like go and fucking
own it.
Just be like, "Hey, this is I killed these people. I told you I was going to. This is how I did it, but this is why."
What tells me he was a cop though is the fact that he used crime scene words, feet facing in the west, 10 bullets. Here's the.
He could have been just a smart person and
I get that too, but
did that.
There's,
it's real literal.
Yeah,
like really,
he's down to like a descriptive.
Yeah,
you look
picture.
At like
toenail was my big toenail was facing upwards.
Exactly, like he has
Slightly
every detail.
bent.
Either he has Asperger's and remembers every damn detail, or something. But
that's actually so. There's 9 characters have 5 or more characters become a serial killer. And attention to detail is one.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people do have.
They're meticulous.
It's very
tedious.
broad.
But that's
like,
very meticulous.
Tedious as fuck. Down to the damn signs, man.
But that's like super. Speak to the west, speak to the east.
That tells me, that screams cop to me, man. That screams police to me. It does.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Or
ex-military, yeah.
Because, it was something. Yeah, that brings me back to the whole South Africa or South America, whatever thing. He easily could have been a fucking, with the name Gary Francis, but we're going to keep focused on that. Gary.
You got to remember, they just found this guy, too.
I know.
That could be an alias.
I know that, too. It really could be, The FB.
Jesus. So, he sent a diagram with that last letter about the bus bomb. He sent a diagram.
Yeah, he sent that diagram of like, yeah, of how he
The crazy thing is, so, it has a fucking target down here.
Camera.
How many he killed, then SFP.
He didn't call your cops.
He didn't kill who he wanted to kill. Because he says, Pop would have been better because. But it also says, P.S. This is where he starts being like real fucked up. P.S. Hope you have fun trying to figure out who I. The only clue that they gave, or that he gave him was. Killed 10 people, but I hope you have fun. The dude is.
What I don't get now though is obviously the dude's data isn't in the database, like fingerprints or anything or DNA. He hasn't been caught for any type of crimes. We still have the papers.
That means he wasn't born in the US.
I know that too. That's another thing too. Or back then he didn't commit any crimes to get him into the system.
He wasn't born in the US.
If
you were automatically printed. Your DNA is automatically tell you are automatically in the system. You're a number until you are named. I just want to let you know that.
No, it's a thing up until up until our time. Now, back then it wasn't a thing. But you were not immediately put in the system. You had to commit a crime to be in the system between the 60s and the 90s. If you weren't in the database for a crime you committed, you were completely undetected until you commit a crime. You were just you were a social security number, all you were, or driver's license number. That's why they couldn't solve crimes back then, because they had to wait for someone to fuck up, charge them, they could run the semen samples, or the blood. If they weren't in there to compare or have a match, they weren't undetected. So you being a good citizen, you can go out and kill someone right now, clean kill, leave a fingerprint, unless they suspect you, they're not going to check your fingerprint. And you're not in the database for any crime, so they're not going to find your fingerprints in there.
You sure?
Positive. Well, now in our days, now maybe I don't know how it works now, but back then, no, you were clean. It was clean kill. You had to fuck up. So, like, say you murdered your wife, and then you went out and robbed the store like 2 weeks later. You got away with the murder for 2 weeks, and they had you on camera. They caught you. They run your fingerprints. Like, hey, let's run the fingerprints of that murder. Run compared to the murder. They'll compare crimes in the area. You have his fingerprints to match now. We have him. We have this fucker. They didn't have your fingerprints before until you were in the system. That's back then. I don't know how it is now. I remember I have a weird memory in middle school or elementary school. Fingerprinted me at a young age.
Hey, I'm the same way.
You remember that too? Like,
yes,
they
it's weird.
Fingerprint you a wash eye?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if it was like a thing for fun or if we really just gave over information. But I remember being fingerprinted.
So do I.
So here is the case breakers stuff on October 2021. The case breakers, over 40 cold case investigators, composed of former law enforcement investigators, intelligence journalists, claim to have identified the Zodiac killer as Gary Francis, who died in 2008. The team claimed to have uncovered forensic evidence and photos from Post's darkroom, noted that scars on Post's forehead matched those they said were described on the killer. They also claimed that removing the letters of Post's name from one of Zodiac's cryptograms revealed an alternate message. The FBI subsequently stated that the case remained open, while local law enforcement expressed skepticism of the findings to the Chronicle. Riverside Police Officer Ryan Railsback
Ryan Railsback
said the case breakers' claims largely relied on circumstantial, which, I mean, just about anything the killer does.
Yeah.
And author Tom Voigt, a Zodiac killer investigator, called the claims bullshit. Voigt noted that no witnesses in the case described Zodiac as.
The sketches look like they had like wrinkles, like on his fucking
They
forehead.
act like
right there.
they really
sketches
act
look-
like everybody's description is gonna be accurate. Like, you know, I'm sorry if I got someone in my face with a damn gun and you shoot my wife and you shoot me in the chest. Last thing I'm looking at is what shape your eyebrows were.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they have an arch like McDonald's.
Yeah.
No, my father, he had teeth that did this. He had a nose that did this, and he had eyes that did this. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. His voice sounded like nails on a chalkboard. That's the only description you're getting out of me. I'm like, yeah, he had a scar right here. It was a shape of a unicorn running through a forest.
That'd be a pretty badass skull.
It really would
really
be. Harry Potter to the death of me.
Yes.
But
Now, I was talking to you two about the book and the movie.
yes,
Now, in the book and the movie, obviously this came out. So, this is like, it's up until, or the evidence they have up until that point. But they advanced Arthur Lee Allen, who died in 1992, as based on circumstantial evidence. Allen had been interviewed by police from the early days of the Zodiac and was the subject of several search warrants over a 20-year period. In 2007, Robert Graysmith, author of probably, noted that several police detectives described Allen as the most likely suspect. In 2010, Toshi stated that all the evidence Allen. Toshi's daughter said that in 2018, father had always thought Allen had. They did not have the evidence. Mark Ruffalo, who portrayed Toshi in the 2007 film Zodiac, commented, "Get into who these cops were, you realize how they have to take their personal beliefs out of it. Dave Toshi said to me, as soon as that guy walked in the so, and if I'm right, if I remember right, Toshi was one of the ones. I think he's the one that actually
survive.
survived did the first sketch.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me. It's been
No,
a while since I read the book or saw the movie. He was sure he had him, but no. I'm sorry. Toshi was the cop.
Okay.
But he never had a solid piece of it, so he had to keep investigating. He's either the cop or the journalist. On October 6, 1969, Allen was interviewed by Detective John Lynch of the Vallejo Police Department. Allen had been reported in the vicinity of Lake Berryessa of the Lake Berryessa attack against Hartnell and Shepard on September 27, 1969. Described himself scuba diving at Salt Point on the day of the attack. Allen again came to police attention in 1971 when his friend Donald Cheney reported to police in Manhattan Beach, California, that Allen had spoken of his desire to kill people, used the name Zodiac, and secured a flashlight to a firearm for visibility at night.
Wow, what a tactical genius!
Right?
Slap.
So I mean, out of everyone that like they've thought of, those are the two: Gary Francis Post, Arthur Lee.
I think
Allen.
Mark will do it.
I
I
don't think they got the guy personally. I don't even think this Gary guy is it. I think this guy set up for everybody to look for him for years, and just like Jack the Ripper himself, until he has a it's like Saw. We use the word movie Saw.
Mm-hmm.
You have a fucking what's the word look for? Protege, who you pass your shit off to.
Yep.
Till he. I'm sure this guy's still alive. And he's training. Huh?
I was gonna say,
First of all, you've had 30 years to watch them.
Or worse.
but Saul was.
I'm being a smart ass.
Yeah.
If Saw came out like when we were in high school, you have plenty of time to know this. But when he had the girl to pass the shit off to, just like the guy who comes off some Jack the Ripper, that he, a protege of the original Jack the Ripper, and I believe that there's gonna be a new Zodiac at some point. It's gonna sound so shitty, but like we live in an era that's so here and now that like. I believe the serial killers still doing their shit right now that we're not hearing about because they haven't really lived serial killers yet. But I almost feel like
Isn't that weird?
about how popular it was back then.
I want to know what bowl of cereal
Yeah.
got murdered.
Yeah, so like my thing is though, I was telling Carissa this, and like it sounds really morbid, but like some serial killers I want to categorize. I really want to categorize because like it takes three kills
what?
to be a serial killer, right? 3 kills to serial. That's the label.
And a pattern.
And a pattern. Yeah,
Yes.
serial killer. I'm sorry, no, I don't think you need a pattern.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
what
pattern
made him
and
so
kills.
weird because his only pattern
Was the letters.
Was the letters.
Okay, so whatever. So three murders, you're a serial killer in a pattern. But like, I feel like if someone killed 4 people, it's shitty. It's bad. You ain't got shit on the Zodiac, bro. He killed 30 something bodies. Like, you should not be in the same category as this guy. That's how I feel about it. Like, there's different levels of serial killer. Huh?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. He had 20 guaranteed. 37 were alleged.
Alleged.
Well, yes, 5 confirmed.
5
Possibly
confirmed.
20. But he himself.
He claimed
He himself
37.
said
Yeah,
claimed
so
37.
I'm gonna go with 37 because he claimed it himself.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
if he said it, I'm gonna believe it.
I mean, why else would you want 37? Like, no,
Because
why?
he knew.
Exactly. You're not gonna get caught.
That's
Come
why
on,
I
admit it.
think what you said about Saul. I think wherever this guy came from, whoever this guy was, he was a genius. He had a huge IQ, not just to be able to do cryptograms.
Stephen Hawking. He pretended to be crippled the rest of his life.
Possibly.
Exactly.
Smart, genius.
But I think I'm thinking
I like the eye they just gave me. Wait, is it? Tell someone.
since
Are you ready to die?
since Gary Francis Post, since the letters in there was only able to actually work on one of his
Gary
ciphers,
Francis and the Post
makes me think that, like you said, this dude set it up down.
But the number 9 was in the letter. I don't understand how.
Nine?
The number 9 was
Maybe
in the
German.
letters, like as one of the letters in the cipher. How I was taking out the Gary, the Francis, and the Post. Give you words, my thing.
9 could be
Sounds like a
instead of
newspaper
him writing
when you
out
say it that
9
way.
could just be 9.
The ninth letter. No, there's like 49s in the fucking letter. I looked, I was like, why are these things backwards? Like, this dude dumb? I'm like, no, he's smart. They can't
Smart
crack
as
this
shit.
shit. I know. It's all happened like a matter of a second in my head. I'm like, he's smart. No, he's smart.
That's why I think
But,
like his spelling, his grammar, his
To mislead
the
people.
way that
That's what
exactly
I'm
it's
saying.
all
I think it's
deception.
But do you guys believe you have a good predecessor or something? See with this one.
I think Gary.
I think they'd have to
Prince
redefine.
You think he was the protege?
I think he was the predecessor. He was the protege.
the continuation.
Yes.
I
So-
feel like
We're meant to
they'd have to redefine what they're doing because the codes are alright, cool. Like no one can decipher the codes. Like we just deciphered the codes. You know what I mean? That long,
I was gonna interrupt you, but
but I don't like they would have to read. They did like they'd have to redefine how they would murder people. because
absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
it's
especially if they
everything.
focus-
Everything nowadays is too technologically advanced. It's so hard not to get caught.
That's what I was gonna get to.
I was gonna say because in today's world, it's hard to be a serial killer because there's too much technology against you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It sounds like it's gonna sound so
I
crazy.
mean, back in the
It's
day,
like-
that motherfucker was just walking up and just.
I don't mean to sound crazy
Shooting
when
in
I
the
say
face.
this, but like
Yeah.
I almost want to live in those times to experience thrill, like the thrill, but like the rush, and, like the fear. Like, I want to know how people felt back then. And obviously over here in Pennsylvania, we didn't freak out like California serial killers. Like, I would have
You want to
loved
get back in time and kill people?
No,
Oh.
God.
He
no.
wants to feel the fear
I
of those
want to know.
people.
I want to know what they felt in everyday life. I want to know how these people living. Like, okay, for David Berkowitz, I'm bringing up my other serial killers in New York. He was running the streets with a Colt 45 and just killing people random times. There was no time that he had a specific like pattern. A dog was barking Satan's word in his ear from next door, and he was going to kill people because he was the son of Sam. That was his story.
Yeah.
In New York, if you were a woman, you were the target. You know, so as a husband, as a boyfriend, what kind of fear did you have for your woman at all
Yeah.
times? You know what I'm saying? Like, it made you really out in California. There wasn't a pattern, but like, you knew California was notorious for serial killers. So, for 40 years straight, you lived in fear in California.
Yeah.
I want to know how that. I personally want to know how that would feel. Not that I'm going to get killed, but I want to know like how that rush is like sitting in a room with one of you guys could be a killer this whole time. You know, back in those days, it could have been anybody. It could have been a police officer, could have been a chief, could have been a fireman, could have been your neighbor, could have been your son. It could have been anybody. Who was the dude that was burying? It was a big, tall dude. He was killing college girls and burying them in his mom's backyard. His own mother didn't even know he was doing it. He was coming home digging the garden up and putting bodies in the backyard.
Yeah,
They found like 40 bodies in their fucking yard and under the floorboards. And he was going downstairs with like cat litter and covering the bodies up to cover the smell daily and scooping it to cover the smell. And he'd bring another body home. This dude was disgusting. And there was another dude who was hiding bodies in his walls and pulled them out and set them up for dinner. I can't remember his name at all. He was sick. Pulling bodies out, have him on the couch sitting here talking, dead body, just watching TV.
Oh yeah, I know.
He pulling out the fuck it, put it away. Pulling out for dinner, eat dinner with it. Like they're in his walls. He pulled a frame off his wall, pulled the body out, put the frame back on, and did shit with this fucking human doll. This is the type of shit that like we lived. This goes on, man. Like, and then you got the Zodiac. The man is a fucking genius from head to toe. A genius. I'm not gonna glorify him, but he's fucking genius.
Most of these guys, that's actually one of the characteristics too. Here, I'm actually I'll pick that.
What, this is the characteristic of a serial killer?
Yeah, I want to.
Now, is this CIA based or is this?
Yeah, it's,
Criminal Minds.
It's some type
Criminal
of
Minds.
Sorry if we seem tired, guys. We went to a funeral yesterday. See how they laugh? This is a good episode. I'm just talking about death and they crack up.
All right, so this is based off of. So there's 11 common serial killer traits.
Mark will got
The
them all.
signs of a serial killer.
I definitely possess them.
Uh,
I thought about killing all of you. More than once.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty, it's important to mention that behavior, personality, and psychopathology differ significantly from killer to killer. Think of a psychopath, sociopathy, as mixing boards made up of various dials. One trait, such as grandiosity, may be cranked up to 10. Another trait, such as impulsiveness, may be at a 5. So, the 11 common signs of a serial killer are lack of empathy, remorse. Huh?
He looked at me and said, I don't have either of those. I feel remorse and empathy all the time. Stop it.
Impulsivity.
Falsity.
Impulsivity. Impulsivity. Grandiosity, which I don't know.
Look it up.
Narcissism, Superficial charm.
Stop looking at me.
What was it?
Superficial charm.
Stop it.
Ready for this one?
Uh-huh.
Manipulation.
That's not me. No, relax. No, relax.
Ready? You ready for this one? Addictive personality.
I don't have that at all. How you spell grandiosity?
Grandios. Lust for power.
Unrealistic sense of superiority.
Sensation seeking. So after I listed these, scroll.
Well, grandiosity is an unrealistic sense of superiority.
I think we look at both of you on that one.
Shut up, now try going off.
I think we look at both.
Well,
of
he
you.
has a superficial charm too.
Does.
He does. I'll keep looking at me. That's not narcissistic. See, he had you looking this way. He's just.
I mean,
He had you looking this way.
And he manipulated you to look this way, bro. He's good.
sensation seeking,
I did.
and
Fuck
the
you.
McDonald triad.
What about Donald Trump?
The McDonald triad. What we got?
The
Triad?
McDonald triad.
What's that?
It's
Double
a
cheeseburger?
it's a Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, and a fish fillet.
Need a double cheeseburger.
We didn't see it there.
But Triton of McDonald.
Hold on, I'll see what that is.
Cereal.
Might be, man. I love cereal.
Hold on, it doesn't say anything about the McDonald's.
Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh.
We all got it.
There is another one though. So here's 12 common traits. 14 characteristics by Dr. Phil. You want to see what Dr. Phil has to say
God.
about
What's Dr. Phil got to
about
say?
characteristics?
If
So
you get a
let's see.
Rogaine ad when you open that link, I swear to God.
Kiss me outside. How about that?
Let's see what Dr. Phil's got to say on if you're serial killer.
Let's start putting some verbs in your sentences. I mean, put some action in your life. Stop taking things so literally. Maybe that's my favorite quote from him. Start putting verbs in your sentences. Start taking action. Bro, all right, man, you bald motherfucker.
Catch me outside. How about that?
That bitch got
Could
famous.
you be raising a criminal? Acts of violence don't come out of nowhere. Every parent should be aware of the clues along the way. For the most violent of criminals, there are warning signs that often start in childhood.
Didn't his son smack you with a rifle? In the
Yes.
house?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Well, keep
They
going.
beat the shit out of dogs,
Keep
too,
going,
which
let's
is
go.
actually a big one.
That's right.
Fucking animal abuse.
I've never heard of twin serial killers. Let's do this.
Cool.
Huh.
Below is a list of the 14 most common traits in serial killers. Over 90% of serial killers are male. Oh,
Wow.
the twins got that gun.
Thank God, Dustin. Go ahead. Go forward.
They tend to be intelligent. Well, you're out.
Well, Andrew's out.
No, I'm up
With
there.
IQs in the bright normal range. They do poorly in school, have trouble holding down jobs, and often work as unskilled laborers. This is fucking pointing towards Markle. So much!
I'm pissed about it.
They tend to come from markedly unstable families. As children, they are often
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
as children they are often abandoned by their fathers and raised by domineering mothers.
Nope, don't have that. Don't have that. I was beat by my father. Get it right. Hi, Mom.
Their families often have criminal, psychiatric, and alcoholic histories. Okay, that's creepy.
Absolutely.
They hate their fathers and mothers.
I lost my friends on this podcast. Whose idea was this serial killer? Whose idea was it for this topic?
It was yours!
I know.
That's the fucked up thing!
I'm changing the message.
They are commonly abused as children, psychologically, physically, and sexually. Often by...
Ladies and gentlemen, Markle
It's fucked.
is a serial killer. You keep that open.
You're right.
Dogs, right?
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck, man.
Many serial killers spend time in institutions as children and have records of early psychiatric. They have high rates of suicide attempts. From an early age, many are intensely
That's a high
interested in
rate.
voyeurism, fetishism.
What's the way? Hold on, real quick.
What is a high
what's
rate?
rate of suicide?
Isn't one enough?
I
What is a high rate of suicide attempt?
I'm confused.
It's a 1 in 10. It's like a high rate as it is.
Like every day.
It's 50-50.
Here's my question. How do you fail? What is a high rate that you fail that many times that you just suck at trying to kill yourself?
At that point, you deserve to succeed.
That's
I'd be more impressed I keep failing. Like, fuck, I suck at this.
Like, huh.
I'm going to take it as, like, they're trying to, but they can't actually go.
No, maybe that.
Like, I know a guy that shot himself in the head. Well, I don't know him personally, but I know of him. Shot himself in the head with a 22, and the bullet bounced around in his fucking head. He didn't die.
Fucking missed everything.
Yeah, he didn't die. He's just really, 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 really,
A
really.
girl we
really
went to school with, her brother got shot in the face overseas. Her brother got shot in the face, and it went through his everything and just missed everything. Just went right through his cheek. Everything just missed every vital thing. Got real lucky. He was in the army. I'm saying, I guess like possible. People think headshots are instant.
Well, no. I'm saying that, like, this dude, like.
Yeah. I'm saying some people even with the suicide attempts think that it's guaranteed. It's not. The only guaranteed shot. I'm sorry, I know this is.
You gotta blow your brain stuff.
You have to either go straight through the back of your throat so you lose breath and blood, or you have to go directly from the forehead because that will directly kill you. Temple too, yeah. But this is the most guaranteed headshot because it blows everything out straight out.
Yeah.
There's no protecting underneath from here to here for your brain. Your brain just sits on top of shit. So there's protection all around it. So people don't realize even with the temple, there's still bone that can collect the bullet and make it a fragment. Through your jaw is so thin, the upper jaw, literally through. I'll know this stuff.
So,
There we go.
Broke the bear.
Number 11.
Take your head off.
From an early age, many are intensely interested.
That's SK hair right there.
Absolutely. One of Lacey's hairs came out of my head for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Many are intensely interested in voyeurism, fetishism, and sadomasochism. Yeah.
I'm not a masochist.
Hold on. Sadomasochism is pornography. Like any types of that type of porn.
I'm one of the incest.
I'm
kidding.
Here's another. Well, that's a fetish. That's part of this.
I was kidding. I'm into primal stuff.
All right, number 12. Here's another one. More than 60% of serial killers wet their beds beyond the age of 12.
Cool, bro.
Many serial killers are fascinated with fire starting.
One house burned down. One house burned down, and I was sleeping.
You didn't start that, though.
I didn't start. The RC car did.
They are involved.
God damn it, Hasbro!
Your car almost blew up too, so.
That was a vape pen.
The last one.
Fire
they are
follows
involved with sadistic activity or tormenting small creatures.
He loves creatures. He does. It's small too, so.
You hear that? You hear them lying?
I abuse my small creature all the time.
Huh?
You got to.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
So I have like 9 of the 12, 14.
Yeah, so we're screwed.
I'm good. I'm not 100% there.
You're
Do you
over
have
50.
to be?
No. So like
Shut up.
In
Different
different
stats. We're done.
in different
No, we throw
lists,
stats. We throw numbers out now.
a couple of lists. Like I've always seen the 9 majors, which was like
Marco, we can't be
the
friends
pornography
anymore.
thing, the high intelligence, the animal thing, all that stuff. If you had 5 of them, then you had a high chance of.
Well, I'll tell you this though, and I'm going on a serious note here. With a lot of the childhoods that we grew up around here, especially when I grew up in too, I was supposed to be a lot more true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Given the background and the character, I should have. I'm surprised we don't have more of that around here. To be honest with you, I'm surprised we don't have serial killers around here. How shitty this town is.
Yeah.
And a lot of the childhoods we all grew up in.
I'm honestly surprised that there's not any around here.
To be honest, yeah, like I feel like a lot of people are just too scared to go through with the thoughts they have. But personally, from my perspective here, I should have been more of a deviant than I am. Yeah. I turned out fine.
From a deviant to a diva.
From a deviant to a diva. That's it, man. You make the most of your situation, you turn around. That's just how it is. I feel like these guys who did the path that we're talking about with the serial killings, they didn't have a chance to turn their lives around. They grew up here like a lot of serial killers. We'll use it even this movie, Jason Voorhees' mom. Push that shit onto him. You know, a lot of things forced onto these kids, you know, and they didn't have a chance to turn their lives around. We all grew up in I'm not going to put out of business, we all grew up in very fucked up situations in our lives. We have some really fucked up shit we went through.
Yeah.
And we turned out just fine. First, I think we made the most of the situations.
Normal.
We learned from what we went through, and we refuse to let that be our future for ourselves or our kids. That is the difference maker. These guys weren't given that chance. I'm not making excuses for serial killers, but like, found. And I think it is due to our technology we have in today's world. We have that opportunity. Where we live now, the era we have, I feel like that by far gives us a way better shot.
Only a serial killer. GTA5.
Absolutely.
That's all.
And Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I have a pattern. I get killed and call hacker. That's a pattern.
That is your pattern. That is your pattern. Call
That
of Duty.
is your pattern.
I knocked
Dude,
it off.
I was playing
quit
Call of
that.
Duty last night, and I'm telling you right now, there's so many fucking hackers on there. I'm not even being him. I'm
Hacker
telling you,
lobbies,
there was a
man.
guy.
We
Literally, I was sitting there at the loadout screen, and the guy's literally like, it looks like he's spinning on his fucking head how fast he's fucking moving.
Did you see the TikTok?
And the
I
guy
dropped in?
actually
Oh, the guy
glitched through
sliding?
a wall and killed me. I'm like, how the fuck
Hacker?
did you just do that?
I'm not saying that there's not hackers.
I know
I'm
that.
just saying that not everybody is hacker.
Well, the thing is, my thing is, not to get too off topic, was I started doing it because I really felt like I was getting killed by cheaters for a while, and then I realized it was
Like the invisible
fucking
gun.
doing it. And then
An invisible
on
person.
stream, I started getting called out. Like, hey, my people on my stream were like, hey, yo, he's hacking. So I pretend to report him. I don't actually report people. That's the funny part. People always think it's Sway herself calling me out. She's like, you report people like it's a fucking button you mash. And I'm like, but though, like, yeah, I bring up the button, go to it, and I hit the back button. So button.
yeah.
I should do it. That's what I do. Maybe 4 or 5 people have actually reported because they genuinely were hacking.
Yeah.
I was getting sniped through walls inside of control center.
Yeah.
That's a hacker.
That's a
100%. I can call
Absolutely.
the guy who came with the PPSH running. I sent you the video.
Mhm.
That was a hack. He locked onto me. We didn't even look. He was this way. Instantly locked on my head. Hit me with 3-4 shots. Killed me. I was like, that's clearly a hack. I was like, I had him dead to rights. Was shooting him. I was fully plated. He killed me instantly with headshots.
I think, and not to get too off, but
Yeah.
I think now that, like, me using the mouse, I've seen how easier it is to lock onto people.
Yes, it is.
So, like, that's where it's like even more now, I'm like,
You called hacker too for a while too. You did.
I did until
did.
I saw
But-
the difference with mouse and key.
What I give you guys credit for with you mouse and keyboard, we have aim assist.
Yeah.
We do. We have
Yeah.
it for a controller. So we really can't complain because you guys have to learn that control with your mouse. You have to learn because it's spastic. The smallest movement, you're doing whatever. I get
Yeah.
that. I'm aware of that. And actually, I'm going to try mouse and keys. I'm actually going to try it. Order a mouse and keyboard and try it on.
No. I mean, that one, or if you want, when I bought my PC, it came with a mouse and key.
But like legit.
I was gonna do it as a giveaway, but if you truly
I
want
truly
to,
do want to try it out. That's cool.
then I'll let you have it. I was
Okay.
gonna give it to you, but I know you said no.
I want to get a newer Xbox before I try it because my Xbox is way too slow. I mean, it's acting up lately. Like you guys loaded into cyber, like if we play Cyber Attack, you guys loaded into Cyber Attack before I even loaded into round 1. You guys are already halfway through round 1 before I even fucking load in.
You're fan. You guys know I never read a book about serial killers. None of you guys in your life. I have 3 on my phone. that
You
I've
have
read.
9 out of the 11 traits, bro.
Doesn't want to
Counted. I'm tedious.
You got the 9 out of the 14
Yeah,
traits.
honestly, I want you guys to be for the camera. I want you guys to be. You guys really think I'm possible to be a serial killer? Just because of traits, I want to like knowing me. Do you really think
Yes.
I have it in me to be a serial killer?
I think yes.
I think one day you will fucking crack and.
I'm
Yep. No. Shut up.
pushing
I
me.
think-
I know my first victim is.
I think based off of the traits and how much you do have in common with them, and then obviously just like knowing you and knowing what stuff triggers you, I feel like there is a possibility. Do I feel like you would let that happen? No, it would have to be something that make you crack.
Okay, but see,
That's
it's,
what I'm
it's
saying,
kind of
if
like
it
it's kind of like
cracks-
with horoscopes though. With these traits, we can make anyone fit anything.
Yeah,
We could.
absolutely.
If I was reading those traits off, I can make them fit anybody in this room. Depending on the descriptions. No, depending on the description of the words that were going on. And because there's more than one description of what's going on, more than one term used per description.
I don't really.
I don't have it in me to hurt anybody.
No,
At all.
that's why I said like knowing you.
It has
no.
to take something big to
It would have
crack.
to crack you.
And I think the only things that could probably crack me in this world would be loss of my family here or my grandmother. That would be the things that actually hurt me. Other than that, I'm a very sane and timid person.
Even with that, I still don't think.
Nate said something very
close.
specific to me yesterday. It stood out to me. I didn't argue it because he's right. When it comes to like running my mouth, I'm very bold. When it comes to actually being like physically confrontational, I don't have it in me. It's not me. It was me years ago.
Yeah.
I don't have it in me anymore. I'm just like, you know what? You're right. I don't want any type of problems with my physical body. My mouth is my biggest trend. If I could be a circle of words, I'm in. But when it comes
But
to
you deleted Facebook.
I was gonna say the same.
when it comes down to it, though, I don't have it in me to harm anything or anybody.
Do you think that's why they fucking
Do it?
maybe it was an inside job with Facebook? How Facebook fucking got hacked?
Yeah, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
You deleted Facebook. Zuckerberg couldn't come after you anymore, throw you in jail. I was like, fuck it. Fuck this company. I don't need it anymore.
I think
Fucking-
Endgame's got the password and nuked the server. That's what happened. I mean, honestly though, like I was
Start
back
calling
on
it
this.
End games.
Hunger
Dennis.
Games. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can see it. I feel like a lot of these killers do have the same type of personality I do have. Honestly, I feel like they do.
That's the weird thing.
Charismatic.
It's the charm, the charisma,
You say the same for him and Gasfonte, that we all three have it.
No, Nate does not.
What do they have? Charisma.
Nate is an asshole. Nate will tell you he's an asshole.
I tell you I'm an asshole.
I'm an
You're
asshole.
not an asshole.
But I do it with a smile.
Exactly. You have a charm about it. Nate's just a asshole.
He's a blunt ass.
Am I more Ted
man.
Bundy or more?
Hey, man,
Jeffrey
I'm
Dahmer?
sitting right here.
But you
agree with it.
I never said that.
Bullshit.
I don't think Nate's an asshole at all. I think Nate's great.
You just don't want to be the first victim.
I need a partner. I need someone strong. I need someone strong.
You need
to
a
dig holes.
protege.
I need someone strong to dig holes. I'm just saying. I feel like a lot of these traits, like like they're everyday common people. Like, but I feel like one of their biggest signs in everyday life is they are exactly like I am. I don't like confrontation, arguing. I don't like fighting. It's not my thing.
Who was the
So
one?
they feel empowered by killing people in private life.
Ted Bundy was the one that was.
He was manipulating women.
Yes, and it was college girls too, right?
College girls. Mainly it was like young married women or
Yeah.
college girls. But like,
So
Ted Bundy,
he had to have that charm to get them. To
he was
trust
one of the
him.
best. They say he was one of the best looking men of his time. His looks got him in halfway anywhere he goes, and he
Yeah.
was a good talker. He was a con man, a very good con man. Now think about John
Now,
Wayne
was
Gacy.
Was he? Which one was the cannibal?
That was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Dahmer.
Dahmer was the
Yeah,
He
don't.
was just
They
sick
found
motherfucker.
testicles in his fridge and heads, and he was eating brains, and
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
he was Hannibal Lecter. And Hannibal Lecter clearly wasn't real, but if you ever saw the show Hannibal, it was phenomenal. They actually
I
had
haven't seen it.
great.
I just
So
watched the movie.
So no, it was a TV show. It was a series about a cop who was investigating like murders. Like there was one I remember very specific. Someone killed a girl at a band practice, opened her up and stuck a cello or a bass end down, and used her vocal cords for the strings. Was playing her head. Very sick shit, right? So
This one
this
time
guy.
at camp?
This guy was getting fucked up. Like the cop was like so torn up over these murders. He was going to see his Dr. Hannibal. When he was going, they were always eating.
Mm-hmm.
Hannibal was the one killing these people, feeding him human remains. And if you guys don't know, if you eat human remains, after a course of time, your brain will alter. You'll
Yeah.
start having like visions, start seeing. It's almost like tripping on acid. You're not supposed to have that.
You remember the fucking Not Always Sunny episode where they thought they were
Yes.
they were eating human? It was horse.
Always Sunny is a goated show.
That's right. That's right. Always Sunny.
Always Sunny. Yeah, that show is phenomenal. But so as he was feeding the doctor or the cop all this stuff, Hannibal was a psychologist. He had an in. He had a cover. You know, that's what it was. Oh, he's just crazy. So he set him down because he was trying to see how far off he was with his brain. He said, draw this clock for me. Draw me this clock. It was a clock. He drew like this weird oval, and it was like spirals, and the numbers were all outside. He knew his brain was contorted now. He committed him to the hospital, and they confessed to him. I know won't believe because he's crazy. He went out and just picked his next victim. Like that show, I think they already did 2 seasons. They canceled it for some reason. I don't know why, but like the show was phenomenal. But that was Jeffrey Dahmer in a nutshell. Jeffrey Dahmer was feeding friends. There was another serial killer back in like World War II. Couldn't afford to keep his restaurant, so he was killing people and like feeding like human sausages. He was like grinding up intestines and shit, like feeding people human remains. Watch Fried Green Tomatoes. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about because they
They did a spin off of that in Bob's Burger.
watch Fried Green Tomatoes.
No,
Or
like
that serial killer.
they accused Bob of using fucking human.
Because the freaking
The fucking health
the
inspector.
funeral home's right next to his fucking burger
yeah.
shop,
Yeah, it's funny as shit actually.
and the health inspector wanted his wife.
Yeah.
But watch Fried Green Tomatoes.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's
It's a good.
I
my
didn't
Fried
mom,
Green Tomatoes is really
I
my
wasn't gonna
mom
watch
made
it.
me watch it when I was younger, and I just.
I
just
never
liked it.
seen my girlfriend cry because she's solid. I watch her trip and she's seen it 1,000 times. I watch her trip.
It's a good fucking
shit.
movie.
There's this lake and it sucks. That whole story, I was like, that story's pretty wild. Actually,
I
I
teared
liked
up
it.
on movies 3.
Armageddon better be one of them.
Nope.
Out of my house.
Armageddon was mine.
I'll buy your house. Get out of my house.
Marley and Me.
Marley and Me.
Oh my god, Marley and Me. Fuck that.
Get me.
Woody Yeller.
Psycho.
What the hell got me?
Even Keanu Reeves baseball.
Hardball.
Hardball.
Fucking
G
G
baby gets me every time.
Only 32 movies that made me cry.
32 movies that made me cry.
Where the Reverend Gross fucked me. That movie
Yeah,
in the book
that's-
fucked me. It fucked me so hard. I was so sad. I was like, what? I'm in 6th grade crying Miss Galva's class. I'm like, go on. Take you on. Keep going. Armageddon got me. Every time I watch Armageddon
Oh
gets me.
yeah, definitely.
It's the scene with Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis. Fucks me
Yeah.
every time. Where he says, "You're like the son I never had." And he says, "Harry, I love you." After all this time, they hate each other. Going back up, and when he calls his daughter, I promised you I was gonna come home, but I'm not. Fuck me.
You're gonna
Fuck me
start
so
tearing
hard.
up. Stop.
Got me, man. Got me.
I never had a dad, so it doesn't.
Hardball. And that neither did Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck didn't have a dad, and so he was dating Harry's daughter. If you've seen the movie,
Yeah, no,
sure.
I've seen the movie.
He looked at him like a father figure this whole time, and just never admitted to him because they worked together. Another one got me. Hardball fucked me. Hardball fucked me.
Yeah, Hardball gets me.
Hardball fucked me so bad.
Stop saying they fucked you.
Hardball fucked me.
Titanic.
I'm clearly a sociopath.
Titanic got me.
Titanic didn't get me at all because I knew what was going to happen. I knew
There
that-
was enough room on that fucking door.
It was. There was.
But first of all, that whole thing was fiction. That was the whole fiction of the thing, and no one knows that even really happened.
You see the fucking.
No one knows that. They know the ship sunk. No one knows that Jack was fucking some girl in a car on the boat.
Yeah.
That was all made up.
Did you see that I guess they asked Leonardo about that? Was like, what do you think? They could have put 2 people on there. He's like,
Well, what was the next movie that he did after that? It was the one he's in New York. He played I don't know what the movie was called. No. It was,
That's a
The
great
Departed.
movie.
No, it wasn't The Departed. It was like
Shutter Island?
no, my gosh. They said it was a conspiracy of like Jack lived and went off to New York and lived this lifestyle. He was like a rich guy. I have to look it up on my phone real quick because Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Wolf on Wall Street's a good.
That was one of the best
Yeah.
ones. He should have got his fucking.
He
award for
should have got that
Absolutely.
shit.
But The Revenant was good. I did watch it.
Yes,
I'm
Revenant.
was
very
phenomenal.
glad he got one for the Revenant, yes.
Well, it was crazy because like me and Chris thought was like the movie he spoke the least in, he got it.
Bro, he should have got it for.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
The
Great movie.
Great Gatsby. That's it.
The Great
Great
Gatsby.
They said that was.
Gatsby.
They said that was a conspiracy that was Jack living his best life when he got to New York. Like,
I mean,
I've heard about that.
yeah, you can.
you can kind of see it.
Yeah, I kind of see it.
But I
Yeah.
want to talk about like the actors themselves. Leo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet are a perfect.
Yeah.
Their friendship off screen
Oh, yeah.
is phenomenal. I love her. I think she's beautiful, gorgeous.
Fucking
A lot of them.
Wolf of Wall Street for sure. What's
Wolf
Eating
of Wall
Gilbert Grape,
Street, fucking Shutter Island,
Shutter Island, The Departed.
The Departed.
The
Yes,
Departed. They
absolutely.
all should have got one.
Absolutely.
Matt Damon, was Mark Wahlberg in that? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio. I'm missing someone big here. Who am I missing?
No. Big-
All of them. They're all-star cast.
Fucking. Wasn't he in Inception too?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no exception. Everything he's done has been gold. In my opinion, they give Denzel, Will Smith, you got your fucking
The bigger name.
Johnny Depp's.
Yeah.
Leo's up there with him.
Oh yeah,
Leo
He's not talked about
absolutely is
enough.
up there.
Leo been
not.
doing that shit since he was like 10 years old.
When he Wolf of Wall Street, just the fucking Quaalude scene alone at the golf club.
dude, that Quaalude scene.
He really crawled down them steps and opened that Ferrari door with his foot. That wasn't he ad-libbed that. That wasn't scripted. He did that by himself. He said it would look more convincing if I. And he did. And they crawled in the
I
motherfucker.
didn't know you could do that.
You know I can do that? Yeah, I'm more flexible than I look.
impressed.
I'm manipulative, bro.
I'm manipulative, bro.
But the most funny is like, I drove that car home with no problem. What the? And the cops come and show them hitting everything, and I'm like, bro.
Just pinball.
The opening of that show, the movie, like, remember the girl that was stuck in my cock at the beginning? I was like,
That movie was so great, dude. Like,
Carissa's never seen all the way through.
are you
So
serious?
she loses focus.
How?
How? Well, she's into mostly crime things. That's the only way you can keep her attention.
I don't
So-
know, man.
That is a crime thing.
No,
Everything he
no.
does is crime.
There's a lot of things going on for her brain to keep up with something. She only watches like police things.